Back in 2014, I had a little brother with big brothers and sisters at the time named Jay Sean, and I got a call from his grandma one day because he wanted to sign up for football from the city of Columbia. And she really at the time was just asking if I knew of any other resources in town that could help us get the $130 he needed to play. And so I just told her I'd look around and try to find out what I could. And came to find out that there wasn't really a lot of opportunity for him to get the funds he needed to play. So I just set up overnight set up a GoFundMe page and sent it out to some friends and family on Facebook. And to my surprise, within 24 hours, I had 6 to 10 friends on family all kind of come together to raise the money for him. And it was really through that and my experience working at Big Brothers Big Sisters even at the time that I knew there were so many other kids in the community in his situation that could really benefit from extracurriculars but didn't have the funds, as well as the amount of support that there was of people wanting to donate to such a cause, because you can't really start something if you know no one's going to donate to it. So it was really that prompted me to really want to get going to help more kids. And it was within probably 2-3 months that I had a lot of friends that wanted to come together and start something up, and we got rolling from there.
First of all, everything that I do that's philanthropic, not just with Daydreams, for me, it's reciprocation, because programs and organizations like Daydreams were around when I was a kid in Memphis, and they really helped mold me and shape me into the man that I am today by providing me with opportunities to go to camps and, just always having someone step in to help my mom whenever we needed help. I just feel like it's my calling to reciprocate that and to make sure that every kid has an opportunity regardless of race, economic class or situation. And I think Daydream does a really good job of making sure no kid gets left behind. So that's why I try to support Daydreams as much as I can, whenever I can.
The first time I heard about you guys, I was getting it for my young cousins that were not financially able to get assistance or to get in programs that they needed to be in, like to get them into sports. They really couldn't afford it because she had multiple kids. So CYFL told me about the program. I had never heard of it until he told me about it, so I read up on it and then got them into the program. I used to sacrifice to get them into programs, so I was like, okay, here's a program that could help me. So that's how we found out about it. And I love the program because they didn't make you feel less than, it was just helping the community. So I really appreciated the program.
How does staying active and playing basketball keep you on a good path?
Well, it's like sometimes, it's like a self-peace, you get a peace of mind. For me, with basketball, I just escape from all the negative and then I just focus on me and concentrate on what I'm doing on the basketball court. For me, that's just, it's a lot. I mean, it helps a lot.
First and foremost, it was a privilege, to be one of the keynote speakers. And the experience, man, was looking around, seeing these kids, getting these awards, getting talked about, looking at their accolades and every single thing that they've accomplished so far in their young career. And the beauty about the human race is, you have choices, of course, but you also have a community around you to support those choices. And being a young athlete, I can't go into a career just raw and learn it on my own and, push myself through it. You have a village. You have a village around you that, helps you become the successful athlete that you are. And a lot of people say, I did it on my own, I did this, but that is not true. You always got a little support somewhere, right? It can be from your family, that can be from your peers, or that can be from a great organization that gives you that little bit of support, right? So being able to see where these kids are at, but also, these kids are giving, thanks to their mom and to the organization. And not only that, they're excited about the future, right? Because it's easy to give up, right? But when you know you got support around you, that was kind of amazing just to see the community around these kids, giving them that support and letting them know you got the opportunity, take advantage of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I was just telling Tricia that I was a keynote speaker at a gala, I want to say it's like 4 or 5 years ago. And the kids who were the recipients of like the scholarships and like the awards or whatever that was going on, I saw myself in a lot of them because I was always a pretty bright kid, humbly speaking. I was always very motivated, but I just didn't have sometimes the financial resources. When my mom and I moved from Arkansas to Memphis, it was a little rough financially. So like I said, there were programs that I would go to that would help me out. So I definitely see myself in a lot of those kids, and that's why, if you know me, I love kids and I'm gonna fight for kids because I think there's a lot of untapped potential in kids. They just don't have the ability and the resources to exude it.
I mean, it's a blessing to have this program. I wish I would have known about it, not just for me, just for parents that I've seen that kids needed to be pulled out, of the streets or a bad path. And if they had the opportunity, it would have maybe changed their lives. And the good thing about him is he's a puller. Like, he try to pull people out. And so he has friends that now wanted to choose the wrong way, but he's like, let's do this, so.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I don't cry, bro.
I'm trying to be solid, but it's not working.
I know, but if you start crying, I'm gonna start crying for no reason.
I'm trying my best.
Well, I think we always have to find that balance between growing on our scholarship side, making sure that we have the funding behind it and the infrastructure to have a successful scholarship program. So I think that we always want to be conscious. I don't like to say no. So we always have to make sure that we have the funding behind the growth, and all of these scholarships that come in. I think that's a big challenge of ours.
I always tell people, I want to have an abundance so I can give generously. That's just who I am. And I encourage anybody who have the means to do so to definitely invest in these kids at Daydream, because number one, they're great kids. They just need a little extra help.
Come on, baby!